Who saw the LANDMAN finale? Woo! Demi Moore messed with the bull and got the horns. But the internet says in real life, they're more than cozy. What do you think Billy Bob has to say about that? He's waiting in the wings. This is Hot Mics with Billy Bush, presented by our friends at LAGOLF. Hot Mics with Billy Bush. Great title. You know it. Hey there, welcome to Hot Mics. Thank you for joining us on TuneIn, Facebook, and YouTube. I am Billy Bush and very grateful. The loyals are in the chat room right now as we are live, and there is so much love for reaching 100,000 subscribers on YouTube in 1 year. I just want to say, wow, how exciting. We get a plaque. Howie Mandel, our landlord, a.k.a. Fred Trump, says it's going to take a while for them to send it, so he's going to let me borrow his just because we're excited to have it on the wall. Steve and everyone in there, thank you all so much. I mean, Hey, they're in the hot box. That thing is a small... The team is in a control room. That's that cigarette box like at airports, where people are in there just ripping darts? I really think every one of you should light up a cigar to celebrate and see how long you last. The LANDMAN finale last night. Oh, my God. Billy Bob Thornton has agreed to jump on with me here in a bit, which is awesome. His character, Tommy Norris, is one of my favorites on cuts quicker than a West Texas win. Meghan Markle, she'll be first. She needs to listen to this conversation because he is everything she is not. Easy, effortless, authentic, nothing forced. So, hot mics, hot takes before Billy Bob gets here, and that begins with Meghan. So at the end of the year, 2025, Ranker.com put out a list of the most disliked celebrities. Amazingly, only one person beat out Diddy, and it wasn't Satan. Like, that. How does anyone top Diddy on the disliked list? Everybody shared this list, by the way. But let's just for the fun of it, let's just look at the top 5, okay? Leading up to Meghan. Ellen DeGeneres. Really? They're still beating up on her, once so loved. And by the way, especially by me back in the day, I think it was like, yes, that is a picture of me, if you're watching on YouTube, kissing Ellen DeGeneres back in the day. I told her I used to have a huge crush on her. And she always talks about having a crush on Justin Timberlake, so I convinced her, hey, could you see if there's any spark between us? I don't know. I used to be a bit of a cowboy working in the entertainment news world. She was a childhood crush, amazingly. So I don't know why Ellen's there. Her reputation for that, I guess, remains a little damaged by the workplace culture allegations. I think that was a bit of a railroading, frankly. She's pretty nice. Pretty nice person. Oprah Winfrey. Okay, she's number 4 on the list, once untouchable, now a little more divisive due to the perceived elitism, political proximity, maybe all the love of the infatuation with the Obamas. I don't know. Maybe withholding vital information initially about weight loss, like how it really happened. Maybe the post-royal interview with Meghan and Harry. Mel Robbins has kind of stepped up and replaced her. I don't know. Number 3 on the list is Prince Harry. He shares a bed and every bad decision with his wife. Public fatigue maybe over the memoirs, the interviews, the ongoing grievances that keeps him unpopular. Although, sympathy still exists among some audiences, including me. I kind of love Harry in a way. But he's complicit in everything, right? Complaining of invasion of privacy while leaking info to the press about his family like a broken shower head. Number 2 on the most disliked list was Sean Combs. Diddy. I mean, the Cassie Ventura Hotel security camera beating, the thousands of bottles of baby oil, the gigolos, alleged abuse of so many people, on and on, vomit, total vomit. But number 1, most disliked in the poll due to, sustained overexposure, brand skepticism, force-feeding authenticity, royal family fallout, accusations of royal racism with Oprah, on and on. It's Meghan Markle. I mean, you'll notice something about this list, though. The top 5 feature heavy condensation around the most beautiful, luxurious, out of touch with normal people place you could possibly want to live. And yet, if I could afford it, I'd risk the hate and load up the U-Haul. Montecito, the Santa Barbara enclave that speaks volumes about your wealth, health, status, taste, etc. 4 out of the top 5 most disliked people are in Montecito. Look, I take no joy in pigpiling on Meghan Markle. I really don't. I would like a forensic look into her constant offenses. And frankly, I'd like to see her turn this around. I love a comeback. But this woman is not listening to the coach. Meghan Markle roars into 2026, determined, it seems, to retain her title. Can I get a girl, please, here? Take a look at this video she posted. Celebrating 2026 is the new 2016. This is a viral trend. Look at this. Here goes. She walks out a little bit awkwardly. She starts dancing with Harry. There they go. The bad wedding. This is like wedding reception moves 101, right? Drunk guys know this move. There it is, the same twist that and every girl will put up with it, right? If the guy's good looking. They won't, it emphasized, look, this is typical of Meghan, right? She puts these videos together and they feel a little bit forced. So her dancing with Harry there is to celebrate 10 years together. She claims it was filmed by their 4-year-old Lilibet. Roll that video one more time, boys. I just, from the beginning, you see the walkout. Like when Joe Biden walked out for his debate. Look at the walk. Hey, oh my God, we're so in love. Right? And then there go the bad wedding moves. There you go. And the little spin and the whole, right? The 4-year-old did not film that video. Lilibet, it's not possible she filmed that. A 4-year-old does not hold a steady camera like that. And then, you know what a 4-year-old does when they see mom and dad dancing in the yard? They go, they drop the phone and they run over and they get in the middle of it and they dance, right? She dances with them. But anyway, then you got this. People magazine has put out this new article about Meghan and Harry and a reshuffle in their enterprise. And they have more people working for them. You wouldn't believe this. How do you get number 1 and number 3 on the most disliked list with a global communications and PR team that just spans, what a roster. So People magazine reports they confirm that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are once again working with Sunshine Sachs, which is a huge PR firm, bi-coastal public relations firm that supports Meghan's lifestyle brand as ever, as well as the couple's U.S.-based efforts. That's a quote. What are those U.S.-based efforts? Do just enough high-visibility charity work to be perceived as carrying on mom's legacy, photo ops at tragic events like the Altadena fires, successfully migrating some of those A-list celebrities in their private universe to a more visible spot, like a cooking and the gardening show that she's managed to put deals together for, help communicate or sell the all press is good press axiom to a new big media company to land another massive production and development deal. Spotify, Netflix, Apple, they've all swung and missed. I don't know, David Ellison is young enough, with money to set fire to. Maybe there's a Paramount deal that could be next. Overall, the job of this new PR firm will be just help us foist ourselves on people in America, because UK is finished. Back to the People magazine article, presumably arranged by Meghan and Harry's new PR firm, because People magazine doesn't really report. They're kind of too big for that. They arrange the interviews. The firm is, here we go, quoting, the firm is working alongside the Sussex's internal team, which includes Liam Maguire, their UK and Europe director of communications, This guy deals mostly with Harry's schedule. The reunion comes weeks after the couple's chief communications officer, Meredith Maines, announced in December that she was stepping down from her role roughly 9 months after she joined in March of 2024. There she is. She didn't make it quite a year, just 3/4. At the time, a spokesperson for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex confirmed the change in a statement. So a spokesperson confirmed the change in a statement. By the way, confirmed the change of a spokesperson leaving to People magazine, saying Meredith Maines and Method Communications have concluded their work with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. The Duke and Duchess are grateful for their contributions and wish them well. This is such lazy PR work. Whoever wrote that missive ought to get tossed. I mean, grateful for their contributions, wish them well. I mean, these are common root, straight out of the book cliches. It reeks of disdain for whoever's leaving, right? It says you're not worthy of actual brain power to come up with something subtle or forward-looking or thoughtful. Just get out. You know, we wish them well. Meredith Maines also shared her own statement saying, and this is some trippy stuff, after a year of inspiring work with Prince Harry and Meghan, Duke and Duchess of Sussex, and Archewell, I will be pursuing a new opportunity in 2026. And what is that new opportunity? Speaking of cliches, the old pursuing new opportunity. I have the utmost gratitude and respect for the couple and the team and the good they are doing in the world. Thank God for the Invictus Games. Wow, Meredith Maines. When they say high road, this woman is lane 1, car 1. Who is this selfless woman who jumps so bravely on the grenade? Meredith Maines, largely handled Meghan's public relations. She's happy to read every groveling, ass-kissing word written for her if it gets her to the door quicker, is my imagine. The other opportunities, those other opportunities she's pursuing are called sleep, fresh air, no phone calls from crazy pants. Now, Meredith Maines is not alone. They're throwing elbows in the foyer on the way out that door like you wouldn't believe. There's a bottleneck. Maines' departure is one of several turnovers within the Sussex's communications team in recent years. In 2024, global press secretary. I mean, wait a minute. How do Meghan and Harry... A global press secretary? Ashley Hansen? She stepped down after 2 years to launch her own consultancy. Nice other opportunity here. Here's Ashley before working for Meghan. And here's Ashley after working for Meghan. Oh, God. AI, thank you. Look, they remained... So Meghan and Harry remained clients after Ashley left, but it seems that that was PR work in itself. I mean, to show some continuity for a period of time until nobody's looking. I mean, Sunshine Sachs is now running everything, right? Ashley is out. I think if they're a client doing what, who knows? Because Sunshine Sachs, doesn't need any help. They're huge. So back to the article. In 2025, 3 other communications staffers, including UK-based Charlie Gibson, California-based Kyle Boulia, also departed. Emily Robinson, who previously worked at Netflix and was appointed Director of Communications, also left her role in October after only 4 months. Huge revolving door here. Most recently, longtime advisor James Holt announced in December 2025 that he was stepping down as executive director of Archewell. He says, and this guy, oh my God, he's not afraid to pour it on. He says, from my first project with Prince Harry 8 years ago to improve mental health support for soldiers in the British military, nice little drop there, James, to our recent work helping injured children in Gaza, oh my God, the guy's on a roll. He has consistently challenged me to think bigger about how we can make a difference. Yeah, think bigger. Bigger events, bigger cameras, bigger stars with whom to appear in photos. Holt effortlessly transitions his lips from Harry's ass to Meghan's. He said in a statement to People at the time, from the moment I met Meghan, I recognized a kindred spirit, someone who finds joy even in difficult moments and connects authentically with people regardless of circumstance. He went right for the jugular. Authenticity and lack of it is the core of the problem here, or perceived lack of it. If it is authentic on Meghan's part, it just doesn't come off that way. So he didn't deny, that she's inauthentic. He just reclaimed it. I would say don't lose this guy, right? Here comes the big finish in the article. Above everything else, the work we've done together to support families affected by online harm will remain the most meaningful of my professional life with Meghan. These families are extraordinary and they inspire me every day. Jesus, Jim. Oh my God. James Holt, take a breather. You are a bit over the skis here. Okay, so all those people that are in global communications, this is the alumni list right here. This is the people within a few years that are just in and out. You know the expression, it takes a village. Do not call these people village idiots. They're not. They're Meghan's mercenaries. Selfless sacrificers, young, sexy, motivated peddlers who gained valuable life experience. They got all the rust off their spin. Meghan and Harry do not need all of Sunshine Sachs, though, the big, heavy law PR firm. They only need one thing, and that's Caroline Leavitt. That woman can stare the truth in the face and call it a liar. Tariffs actually amount to a tax cut for the American people. Under Joe Biden, the U.S. had planned to send $50 million in condoms to Gaza. She tried that one. Who else? And by the way, a straight face when she said it. Who else could turn a mouthy mother of three in Minnesota to a domestic terrorist with zero shame? Good luck to Meghan and Harry in 2026. Switching gears to railroading Rappaport. Okay, we know Michael Rappaport is Hamas-phobic, but is he homophobic? I'm going to be the judge, the jury, and the executioner of this little latest attempt in cancel culture. We'll examine the evidence, make a ruling. Michael Rappaport has become a raging activist, right? I remember when he was on Boston Public, the TV show. But look, nobody's more pro-Israel, anti-Hamas, anti-socialist, right, on social media at least, than Michael Rappaport. Zoran the moron, the mayor of New York City now, is in his crosshairs. That's what he calls him. Well, anyway, Rappaport is on season 4 of Traitors, the reality show on Peacock. Michael was squaring off in the game against fellow contestant Colton Underwood, the former Bachelor star who publicly came out as gay in 2021 after masquerading as straight, or more likely just unloading his traumatic denial on other people on The Bachelorette and The Bachelor. He took Cassie Randolph on an emotional roller coaster. She quit. He begged her to come back. He chose her, by the way, in the end. Cassie, I love this, is the older sister of LANDMAN star Michelle Randolph, who plays Billy Bob's daughter. Anyway, Michael Rappaport is getting heat for his comment to Colton in gameplay. He said, nobody in this room would be better at holding a secret than you, Colton. So is it homophobic? Stereotyping, in the very least? Or total truth? Right? You heard Johnny Weir, my old friend, criticize Michael. Michael kept using the word commiserating. This was a mistake on his part, like it's a misery to be gay. But that's not homophobic. That's vocabularically challenged. I'm guessing Michael probably wasn't an English major, but is it homophobic? No, it's not. Colton Underwood did. He kept the secret forever. He went through the entire process as a contestant on The Bachelorette, right? Then proceeded to become the Bachelor himself, woo all these women, get them to fall in love with him, right? This takes a lot of effort. I'm not saying it's conniving what he was going on inside of him. We can all have compassion for, we can all have empathy for, but he still did it. He was masterful at masquerading this thing so that, 20 women with no gaydar fell in love with him. I don't think Rappaport's being homophobic. I understand maybe the other ones are just maybe they're just involved in gameplay and calling him that to get rid of him, but I don't think so. I think he made an obvious point, and he's not wrong. Set Rappaport free. Billy Bob Thornton is coming up. Can't wait. LANDMAN finale last night was just awesome. I thought like it needed to be, right? There was a little spot in the season where I'm like, okay, how many times can mom and daughter take old people to a strip club, to a casino? Like, this is getting a little wild out here. Let's get back to the oil.
Totally agree.
Get back to the deals. Get back to the oil.
Totally agree.
Totally agree, right?
Yeah, it needed a big ending.
Oh, my God, and it was a great ending. I don't want to give it away, spoiler alert, if you didn't happen to see it last night, but let's just say great comeuppance for Demi Moore, who inherits her, husband's massive oil company and starts making all bolder, bigger calls. And she thought she could kind of roll over Billy Bob. And he made an outstanding, cagey heads-up play on his own, involving his son and all of his loyal guys he's worked with for years. It was so fantastic. And a great scene between Sam Elliott and the stripper turned physical therapist. That storyline I love. So Billy Bob Thornton is waiting in the wings. I can't wait. We'll get to him in just a second. But first, a quick note from our sponsor, PrizePicks. It is the best place to win money while watching sports, especially playoff football. Holy mackerel, the Bears and the Rams game last night was incredible. This app is so easy to use. Look, I'm a Rams fan because my Giants are so terrible. So they're my secondary team. You're allowed to have one. Let's see how I did in that. Matthew Stafford, these were my predictions. I said Stafford would throw for less than 270.5. I was correct. He threw for 258. I thought Caleb would throw less. I thought the cold was really going to affect everybody. I thought Caleb Williams would throw less for 231.5 passing yards. He threw for 257, just a yard less than Stafford, so I was wrong there. And Puka Nacua, I said, would at least have a touchdown. He did not. But let's take a look at the Natty tonight, national championship game. It's Indiana, ranked number 1 against Miami, ranked number 10. Carson Beck, will he have at least a passing touchdown? I think he will have one and no more than one, by the way. So let's go with, a home game for him. I still think they're up against a brutally awesome Indiana Hoosiers. So I give Beck, he'll pass for more than at least one touchdown. Fernando Mendoza, will he have at least 2 passing touchdowns? The line is 1.5. I say absolutely. And Mendoza, I say, will pass for more than 219.5 yards. PrizePicks, you can win up to 2,000 times your cash on a single lineup. You can play PrizePicks in over 40 states, including California and Texas. Right now, PrizePicks will give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. Just use the promo code HOTMICS and download the PrizePicks app. Very easy. And the mics are hot right now with the lead man of LANDMAN. We're down with BBT. Yeah, you know me. Billy Bob, oh my God. It's cold, huh? Where you are. You cannot be too far in the south.
Yeah, it's brutal over here right now.
Miss those Texas plains. Buddy, the finale. Oh my God, fantastic. Comeuppance. I'm going to say, take that to me more. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. We didn't get that script until not long before we shot it, and just a few days, and I was pretty thrilled by it, I have to say.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of it's. I have to say, I related to it personally because I'm in this place where I've done something in the system for a long time. I've worked for the big companies, and sometimes it works out, and hey, sometimes it doesn't work out. You're not an equity player. You're not, you're expendable. Even someone as experienced and great as Tommy Norris on LANDMAN is expendable when the boss dies and his wife takes over. So I love seeing, you make a move to build something that's yours. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I think people can relate to that.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, when they say if you want something done right, do it yourself.
Yeah.
That's kind of true.
Where does LANDMAN fit in? Billy, in the pantheon of all of your acting experiences?
It's way up there. I mean, I love playing the part. Uh, Taylor's writing is amazing, and love my castmates. And you know, uh, I guess really I can't compare it to the movies I've done because those were theatrical movies. But out of the TV things I've done, I've been pretty lucky. Yeah, or the streaming or whatever you call it. I mean, the first one I did was Fargo, the first season of Fargo, and then and then Goliath, and I loved both of those. And then I get on this, and it's like, you know, I mean, the easy joke is that was tailor made for me, but
And was.
it's really the truth. I mean, Taylor wrote the show in my voice, so with me in mind, so it was pretty easy for me to put the clothes on and do it.
I'm sure you've met with directors before and producers, writers, and everything seems great. Okay. And then it doesn't turn out the way you imagined it would. Sometimes it's hit, sometimes it's missed, sometimes it's a good experience, sometimes it's not. Why? What is it about a Taylor Sheridan set that makes it a good experience? Is there something that happens or a directive that is above all others simply the best?
Hmm. Well, first of all, it's Taylor knows who to choose for roles, and he knows sometimes, Taylor will have an idea and you're not quite sure. It's like, oh, really? Her or him for this part? And sure enough, then you see why he did it. You get it. And he may write us one of the episodes, and you're like, where's this going? And it always comes to fruition. I mean, it never lets you down. And also, Stephen Kay, who directed this whole season, he's a real actor's director, and the crew. I don't think I've ever worked with a better crew than this. There's not a bad apple in the bunch.
And I'm sure they're busy people. They're shooting. I mean, they must work for Taylor on a lot of things that he's doing.
Right. Yeah. When LANDMAN ends, most of them go on to some other thing of his. A lot of people from our crew went to Linus, and uh, then you got a few people here and there who, have some movie in uh, New York or Canada or wherever. But for the most part, they kind of stick close to the Taylor world.
I mean, this guy's he's a monster. He's got a new deal, leaving Paramount Plus, but he was in hot pursuit. I think he's at Netflix. The relationship with Cher. I mean, he's got Nicole Kidman and Zoe Saldana and Harrison Ford and Kevin Costner, Jeremy Renner, Sly Stallone, Billy Bob Thornton. These are the people that are headlining his shows. Has the word gotten out in Hollywood? Hey, man, if you get a chance, it's a hell of a place to be for a while.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, a lot of people want to be in that world. It's definitely, it's almost like, John Ford, back in the, you know, 30s, 40s, 50s, all through there. He kind of had a stock, troupe of actors and crew people that he used all the time, and Taylor's very similar in that way. Like, for instance, James Jordan is in our.
I love him.
James is in everything Taylor does.
Lioness. He's in Lioness. He's in Yellowstone.
Oh yeah.
He's LANDMAN.
Oh yeah. And Taylor loves him, and he keeps people around that he likes, and wants to use them again, and that's, of course, with leads that's not as easy, but with character actors doing these parts, it just since the beginning of the film business, it's been easy to use character actors over and over and over, and he does that with James, uh, uh, which I think is a amazing thing.
You
But
have.
it's a one of the things about this show that when I told you that the crew is like maybe the best I've ever worked with,
Yeah.
I've never seen a cast who had this chemistry instantly, even though we didn't all know each other. I mean, I go way back with Sam Elliott and Andy Garcia and Demi. So we're kind of the old veterans on it, and have all been friends for years. And
God.
that that part's easy, but uh, even the people that I didn't know, like I didn't know Allie at all, before we started this, and or Michelle Randolph, or uh, James. I didn't know him, or Colum, any of these people, Kayla Wallace, um, or Jacob. I didn't know any of them, and usually when you don't know somebody, it takes a few days to kind of get your sea legs with people. And in this case, it was pretty instantaneous. I mean, we had just everybody's kind of who they are in it. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
it just,
Oh, yeah. See, that's his casting. You just said Taylor's greatest strength is he knows who belongs in each part. It's kind of like
yeah,
casting an animated movie, right? When you hear that
yeah.
voice, it's like, oh yeah, shit,
Hey,
that fat panda who does kung fu, that is Jack Black. I mean,
that's true. Yeah.
you're talking about Sam Elliott. Jesus, I mean, in the Hall of Fame of mustaches, his is definitely. And if Wilford Brimley is the commissioner or the chairman, I mean, Sam Elliott, Tom Selleck, but Sam's is just what a broom that thing is. It's
Well, it's classic. It's remember when they called the Dallas Cowboys America's team?
yeah,
Sam was America's mustache.
it is America's mustache right there. Oh God, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
There's a great line. I mean, Taylor Sheridan's lines for you especially are unbelievable. I mean, he's giving you candy every week, and you deliver them so effortlessly. It's like you're not an actor. You just are. I don't see any acting. I don't see any effort from you at all. You're just being Tommy, and it's so relaxing and easy to watch. You're looking at Sam. You said, "Did you forget to tell me something, Pop?" I don't think so. Yeah, how about something about a 5'3" blonde with an ass like a bread basket? you just
Yeah.
Billy, you
Oh,
can't say that in real life to people, so it must be so fun saying it on camera.
oh, believe me, it's a very freeing job.
Oh my God. Tell me something about Sam Elliott, who I've loved for the longest time, that nobody knows.
Well, let's see. I'm gonna tell you about Sam. People mostly know about Sam, other than well, one thing that a lot of people might not know. You probably know this, but he seems like such a Texan or Oklahoman or whatever it is, but he was born and raised in Sacramento, California.
Oh, he's a Sacktown kid?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my, I thought you were going to
And
tell me something like he was a soprano in the high school choir.
boy, that'd be something, wouldn't it?
He said, "Boy, you can be anything in America, kids."
Yeah, I would have loved to have heard him, when he was a baby, like crying or doing a wah. But he already had the voice,
Yeah.
and his this that would be pretty funny. Like make a baby Sam Elliott and see what it sounded like.
That could be they have this on Instagram. It's people love, babies as celebrities. It's a hot thing. I mean, everybody's,
Oh, I know.
I mean, I
The-
haven't seen baby Billy Bob, but he's got to be out there.
oh, there's a bunch of them. There's one from Sling Blade.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when I go to
Uh,
the little dairy bar thing when I first get out of the mental institution, and Jim Jarmusch is the guy working at the place,
yeah.
and I go order the French fries, which has become, kind of an iconic thing. They've got one of me as a baby doing that with and Jarmusch as a baby. It's pretty hilarious.
Are you on
And
social media? I mean, someone sent that to you, or
yeah, people send me stuff. I don't. I'm not on social media at all. I mean, the Boxmasters are, the band. We
yeah?
we have, I don't run it. I don't have anything to do it. But we're on Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff as a band. But personally, I don't have any of that stuff. People send me things. I can't open the ones from Facebook, but I can do the Instagram for some reason.
They somebody set up an account for you to just be, so you have access to opening other things. You just don't know where it is, what the name is, and
Exactly. Plus, I'm such an idiot. I wouldn't know how to do any of it anyway.
I don't want to see you on it. It makes me feel like something's right with the world, at least. If Billy Bob Thornton is starting to troll people on social media, then we're all going to hell. And right now, we're on the brink anyway. So let's just stay off it.
Oh, believe me, I'll never be on it. And as a matter of fact, here's a couple of funny ones for you. Now with AI, and I told my wife, I said, this is not going to be good. And she said, well, but now they can remove your kidney without even, whatever it is. And I said, fine. If if they use it for that, or if they want to make silly little cartoons where we look like babies talking, fine, as long as they're doing harmless stuff. There was one that came out recently that it was about me and Demi, and it's the creepiest thing in the world because I've known her forever. Bruce and I were great friends. I watched their kids grow up. So now, evidently, because of this AI thing, Demi and I finally come public with our relationship.
Oh.
And it goes on and on and on about how when she had a back surgery, she got to go. I gave her the keys to get this one, my $42 million mansion in Nashville, which doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
The 42 million or the mansion don't exist. And it just goes through this whole thing and about how Ashton Kutcher was heartbroken when he found that she and I were together. It's like, I've been with Connie 23 years. We have a 21-year-old daughter. It's like I'm not seeing her doing it. And I sent it to Demi and we got a good laugh out of it.
Did Connie get a good laugh of it, your wife?
Oh, yeah. Connie's the one that showed it.
Connie might be doing it. Maybe it's her. She likes AI because of the cancer research, but she might be like, let's drum up a little biz for my husband.
But yeah, it's like, I guess I don't understand why that's legal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's lawless.
In other words, if you, as a journalist, as a host, any of this stuff, if you came out and told everybody for a fact that all in great detail about how Demi Moore and I are together now and she's living in my mansion in Nashville, that's slander.
Yeah.
So why is it not slander?
Right.
If it's AI.
If we're going to be treating machines like humans, and every man knows this except you, I hope, that he's not. Every man is dating or married to a woman and her chat GPT. This thing is listen, I am researched every day by a woman who has chat GPT, and I have a new diagnosis every time. It's unbelievable what's going on. But if you can treat them like humans, then you can sue them like humans, baby.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, why not? I don't get that stuff. Yeah, there was another one that I just saw today that Connie sent me that was me just like taking the piss out of Taylor. And it's like, I've never done that in my lifetime. And by the way, you know what's really funny about it? The interview was supposedly after season 2. And in the interview, I've got hair and a black jacket I was wearing a while back. And so obviously they didn't get their dates correct because right after we finished season 2 of Landman, I shaved my head.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even make any sense. It's like they're going to start paying attention to my look,
The internet sleuths call that receipts. You're showing the receipts. That's a hot word right now. People have the receipts to prove things wrong. Your receipts is your hair. The fact that you shaved your head. Connie, Billy, I think you've been married to Connie for a long time, but you've been married a few times before. What have you learned? I swear to God, I don't want to go to a marriage counselor or a therapist. I want to go to you. You've paved the path. You've seen what's out there. You found Connie. She has worked for a long time. You had a long dating period, been married for like 14, 15 years. What can you impart upon those who might be thinking about the marital institution?
I would say first and foremost, and I know it sounds kind of trite to say it, but I mean, you really have to be friends. I mean, you have to be friends and to a degree become family with each other. I mean, obviously we have a family, but uh, the two of you have to become family and yet keep the original attraction to each other, physically or whatever it is. Um, that's the trick, keeping all those things. Keep the family, friendship, and uh, physical relationship. You have to, if one of those goes,
Mm.
normally the others follow.
People say marriage is work. Do you agree with that, or should it not be?
Well, I don't know because uh, I think it probably is work because, uh, things are going to come up and there are things you're going to have to work on. You do the same thing with your friends or other people in your family, know. Yeah, I think there's a certain amount of work. I think if the work outweighs the non-work, then you might be in trouble.
Yeah.
But I mean, things arise that do become work, and uh, I don't know that anybody who's been together for, let's say, 25 years or whatever it is, hasn't gone through some weird times where they have to work something out. And fortunately for me, and it's probably why Connie and I have been together so long, is because uh, she knew who I was when she hooked up with me, and uh, she understood that she was with this anxiety-ridden mess. And so uh, sometimes when I spin out or uh, think there's like an alligator in the closet or whatever it is that I come up with, she's just like, oh yeah, well here, I'll chase the alligator out. Don't you worry, you just go to sleep. He's gone now. I mean, it's almost like that. I mean,
Oh, that's sweet.
in other words, she gets me, you know what I mean? And
Yeah, she sees you. I love that. I think that's a
yeah,
beautiful thing. I just had this guy on. He's a unbelievable guy. Wrote a book about the ego, and the ego just translates to the voice in your head, right? And the ego's always telling you something, a story. Maybe it's telling you, it's teaching fear. Like don't go try that. It's not going to work, and it thinks it's protecting you. This guy said to me, and I met his wife. And I've never, there's such a beautiful like relationship. You could feel the energy between them. And he said to me, we've had a good marriage. We had a good marriage for 8 to 9 years. Then we found the MDMA experience and we've had the best marriage for 6 years. It is the best. Have you ever done, and because the ego comes down and only the truth comes out and something like that, have you ever done like a psychedelic therapy or a journey together with Connie?
not with Connie. I've had many, many psychedelic experiences, but it was a long
I
time ago.
bet you have.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I grew up as a hippie, so
And by the way, Billy, that explains the alligator in the closet, if you want me
yeah,
to know.
yeah, yes, it does. Yeah, yeah, that alligator in the closet was probably from about 1974. Yeah, and, and it came back,
just
but
keeps just keeps coming back. It's like,
exactly. But
oh,
yeah, I mean that's a real thing. I mean, I'm a witness to that whole deal from personal experience. I can tell you that that those things happen when you've experimented over the years.
yeah.
And it's like, I refer to it like Frank Zappa did. There was a time when I was into chemical refreshments. Yeah,
That's the name of a song. for
isn't it?
your band. You guys got to do chemical refreshments.
You know what? You may have to get songwriting credit on this one because I think I may have to write that song.
I just want front row and backstage passes and hug it out with my guy. But I think
You
chemical
better.
refreshments might be a hot song, and I want the rights to play it on my show here.
Of course.
I mean,
That's all done. Yeah.
well, let's talk about your TV wife for a second here, Allie Larder. But before we talk about her, I want to hear. Let's take a listen to her on the Drew Barrymore show talking about you and the whole experience.
I have, with Billy Bob Thornton, an extraordinary co-star. We had all 10 episodes the first season. And on the page, what was written was a very caustic relationship. There wasn't as much love and heart. And when Billy and I met, we really talked about how, especially with the TV show, this could go on. We don't know.
Yes.
But he does not have an inauthentic beat. And he's like, relationships are so messy. Let's find all the things between us that we can put into this work. And so when he doesn't rehearse, and so when I show up on set with him, I'm very prepared and we're just living. And he has raised my game. And it's just like every moment you don't know, as we don't know in human life, if something's going to make you cry or laugh, or you're just like, blase, blase. I don't know. But we just find it and it's real. Like we're exchanging energy.
So much in there. What jumped out to you?
That it was worth every penny of the $500,000 I paid her to say that.
I mean,
No.
she's what jumped out to me is a few things. One, like you find that you see that there's a caustic relationship in the beginning, lots of snapping. You said, wait a minute. So it seemed you decided, let's find the heart between these two because heck, he's going back to his ex-wife. That's a big decision to make. And then, I assume Taylor Sheridan agrees with you. If Billy Bob says, I think this is the way to go, was he amenable to that? Was it a smooth process?
Oh yeah, absolutely. No doubt. No, and we kind of did it seamlessly. It wasn't really like a big conversation, and we didn't have to have a conversation with Taylor. One of the things that Allie and I started doing was at the end of a scene where we're just sniping at each other. At the end of that scene, and I've experienced this in real life, it does happen. At the end of the scene, if I'm leaving to go get in my truck to go out in the fields or whatever, I say, okay, I'll see you later, honey. Love you. And she love you too, babe.
Yeah.
So it's almost like the honeymooners. Remember with Ralph Cramden and Alice, and then, they would, Jackie Gleason would go off his nut and then, she would scold him. And then every episode ended with, I love you, baby,
Yeah.
And so we just decided to kind of do that, and it's like, let's always remember who we are when scenes are ending, it's like, don't let one go where you don't know these people. Okay. And season 2 showed a lot more of that, which we were very happy about.
Yeah. The other thing she said is you don't rehearse. I think that's awesome. That's why you're not acting. That's why when I watch you, you don't want to waste it. So what happens if you fuck up a line or you got to make sure that you are, you got it all, or do you rehearse with yourself before you go out there and spend it once?
I don't even look at the script after the first time I read it until
What?
the morning. Yeah.
You read it one time and you know it?
Well, I'm not the whole script.
Yeah.
I look at the lines for that day. I'll look at them a little bit the night before, and then when I get there in the morning. But I don't dwell on it too much because, if you learn something, if you memorize something, I think sometimes people don't. Maybe they're not conscious of what they're feeling about something, but they can feel like, oh, this seems inauthentic to me. And usually what it is when an actor has rehearsed something to pieces and they sound like they're reading a grocery list,
Right.
of words. And I don't like to do that. I like it to be fresh. And if you screw something up, you just keep going, It's like, you find a way to recover. I mean, I've been doing this stuff a long time, and after a while, you find ways to make something get back on track if you feel like you've lost it. And if they cut and do it again, fine. But I'm a one or two take kind of guy. I mean, even when I'm directing, I don't have actors do a bunch of takes. Their best take's going to be the first one.
Yep.
Maybe the second one sometimes. And that's why it's always kind of irritating when there's like a camera problem, or the neighbor started playing their trumpet, or whatever it is, because it's like that was the one right there, and this asshole just played his trumpet, But we actually had this on the set. I swear, this is going to sound like I'm making it up to be funny or something, but it's not. And there's this neighborhood we shoot in, where the house is. So, Charisse, our production designer, is brilliant, and I've worked with her on 3 or 4 movies before, and so we shoot some of the interiors for the house on stage, but we shoot a lot out at the actual house. And there's a guy who, when you're shooting in a neighborhood, somebody's going to be pissed off. You never get out of there without somebody saying, man, and it's like, look, it's one day out of your life. We're not going to be back out here for 6 weeks or whatever it is, They don't care. It's just, somebody who's bitter and whatever. So there's this dude down the street. He's not right across the street from our house. He's somewhere down the road who plays bagpipes. And that's why I didn't want you to think I'm just doing this to be funny. It's the honest to God truth.
He plays the Texas the Texas bag. Who in Texas plays the bagpipes?
Well, that's what I wonder. And the only thing I could figure out is maybe he plays at funerals. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what. Maybe he does Danny Boy at funerals. I have no idea what it is, but he plays bagpipes, and he raises his garage door and starts playing bagpipes. Well, then we're shooting in this other neighborhood where Jacob and Paulina do a lot of scenes, and I'll be damned if there's not a bagpipe player in that neighborhood. We have 2 bagpipe players who just love to disrupt what we're doing.
Dude, I've got the answer again. You ready?
Yeah.
Chemical Refreshments has 2 bagpipe players on it. You extend them the courtesy, the honor, the offer to play the bagpipes on Chemical Refreshments.
Right. That's the way to make peace right there.
Everybody comes together, brother. It's perfect. We have to let you go. You're shooting a movie out there in New Jersey. When it's done, I hope you'll come back and talk to us again. Always a great pleasure. I love you, man. Thank you.
You too. It's good to see you, Billy.
And your publicist is one of the best. Arnold Robinson. He's next to you. He's somewhere there. Give him a hug for me. Thank you.
I'll do it. We love Arnold.
Yep. Thanks, man.
All right, buddy. Good to see you.
See ya. There goes one of the greats, as they said. Huh? Guys, I got to go in for instant reaction. Let's go into the control room. We have to have reaction right now.
Yeah, I mean,
you want it to be good, right? Every time you talk to Billy Bob Thornton, you're like, God, I just say he's so fucking good that you just
cool.
Cool.
He's
coolest
cool.
guy in the room.
Yeah. And I think you actually gave him a new song, which I actually think he may go.
No, I think
Billy
he's going to
Bob.
do it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think, guys, you're going to hear Chemical Refreshments, which is a very funny song. I might want to just he said he's got to give me a writing credit on it. I mean, with the 2 psilocybin journeys that I've done and the MDMA journey that I did, I'm kind of an experienced writer here. I could write some of it.
It could be the Hot Mike's theme song, maybe.
Well, I think we got to everything. The only thing I wanted to get to that I didn't get to was he has 2 sons out of his 4 kids. Guess what his sons' names are? William and Harry.
Oh my God, that's so good.
It's like, obviously a Roy. I don't have the Thorntons as like a royal watchers, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway,
here we go.
It was good for me. I hope it was good for you, boys, and especially all y'all listening out there. Hot Mics with Billy Bush, presented by LA Golf. Take your swing to the next level with LA Golf's cutting-edge tech. Visit LAGolf.com. Upgrade your game. You can always listen to us exclusively on TuneIn. Thank you for watching, and we are back on Wednesday, 48 hours from now, with Megyn Kelly. Ta-ta.